Flexing with the pressure. Someone hit my line, it's my connection with the Tesla. We gon' move the city back to back like it's on. We gon' move the city back to back, we doing extra. Many from the block, where you from though? You know it's on site when you come though. Hit it from the side like a drum roll. Hit it from behind like a Congo. Make it shake and let's go. It's some ways that we know. You got places to go. Waste no time, let's get on. Only way that you know is for me, cause you know that I go. Let's go. Crazy, I go crazy. Crazy for mine, and I'll go crazy. Crazy, I go crazy. Crazy for mine, I'll go crazy. And I'll go crazy. I'll go crazy. Crazy for mine, I'll go crazy. Let's go. Crazy for mine. Let's go, let's go. Hey, hey. Beat that thing down like you started attention, my baby. You had some plans with your man, just tell him to cancel, my baby. Yeah. Slide to the crib, look like Dracula's mansion, my baby. When you pull up, it's on action, my baby. If these walls tall, they give you my checklist. You know you shouldn't ask this. Those girls are just practice. I ain't one for the past tense. I'm just trying to get active. Sex game on savage, yeah. Crazy, crazy, You know it's crazy, 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 You know it's crazy, yeah. Crazy, let's go. Crazy, crazy,
Late night,
sex,
no late,
text.
What's the odds against that? Is that a safe
Bet,
casino?
life,
Al Pacino,
nights,
feeling gangster,
like
in the crazy paradise, paradise.
Simon,
When I leave you,
you go,
when I come
you
you
stay,
that's how it always goes.
Mic check.
The mother,
niggas,
fuck the mother,
niggas,
just take it back.
Just trying to make sure
I
TikTok
ain't
can hear
touched the
me.
mother.
bitches.
Okay, I did.
So what,
We sin, we forgive, you know.
what,
I ain't God, I just try to act
like him,
You know how hard it is to grow
up,
I'm so
grown up,
I act,
so tough,
I hold
back feelings,
It's gotta be
so rough, you,
but you still
hold up,
with a smile on your face, but you're so
tone up,
You're acting crazy right now, but when the drums come in, I wonder if you lose it.
you're acting crazy right now, but when the drums come in, I wonder if you lose it.
Just do it, just do it, just do it,
Just do it, just do it, just do it.
All right, y'all. I don't even want to waste no time. I don't even want to waste no more time. Let's go ahead and jump into it. We should be live.
You're acting crazy right now, but when the drums come in,
We live.
I wonder if you lose it.
Let me make sure.
Just do it.
Uh-oh. There we go. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Oh, no. What's going on? Mikey Mike. Oh, no. Let me turn that down a little bit. Mic check. No, it's still a little too loud. Woo! Mic check. All right, there we go. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another iteration of the Sneek and Geek Live. I am your host, ATRAES, Atreku. Today is however you want to say it. Shout out to everybody who's been sending me messages and giving me well wishes. while I was gone. If you know, well, we'll get into why I was gone. Let me see something. Let me do this really quick. Yo, this webcam is garbage. There we go. That's a little bit better. That's a little bit better. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I have been gone for about a week and a half. But before we jump into it, we are going to do a little bit of housekeeping. Shout out to Reed, who's in the chat. Much love. Shout out to Honey, who's in the chat. On YouTube, we are live on TikTok. We are live on Twitch. We are live on YouTube. All right. So let's see. First of all, and for those of y'all that are on TikTok, you gotta bear with me because I'm still new. I'm still new to this. So, but anyway, so let's get into it, guys. Make sure you're hitting the like button. Make sure you're sharing the stream. Make sure that you guys are following me on Twitter. I'm actually in Twitter jail right now. Make sure you guys are following me on Instagram and everything. Let me take these damn glasses off. Shout out to ARC who's in the chat on YouTube. Shout out to everybody else who's on TikTok. So let's do it. Let's finish the housekeeping. Make sure you guys are following me on Rumble. Remember, we got to get to 25 followers on Rumble so that we can stream the Rumble. I'm setting up a Kick as we speak. We'll probably get that going tomorrow. Also, guys, so as you can see, the Sneak and Geek is now live at 7:30 Eastern time p.m. every day. We switched it to that time slot instead of the early time slot for a number of reasons. The number one reason is so that I can be on time, for one. The number two reason is I just feel like it gives people more of an opportunity to get home, get settled, and settle into watching the live stream, as opposed to trying to watch it while they're at work or trying to watch it in between. You know, it's just tough. And also, it also gives me some time to factor in some of the breaking news of the day. You know, normally I'm catching stuff the next day. You get what I'm saying? So like something that happened throughout the day and it's too late because I already did my live stream. So it is what it is. We'll get into that later. So for those of you who have been following along, I have been gone for about a week and a half because I want to say about almost 2 weeks ago, I came home to from work and I was about to get ready to edit videos and stuff like that. And then I noticed that all of my equipment in my living room was, or in my office, whatever you want to call it, my workstation was out. It wasn't working. Dead. Completely gone. All right. So I realized the outlets wasn't working. And so I remember there was rain the previous day, but I don't remember any lightning or anything like that. So the first thing I did was I wanted to make sure my equipment still worked. So I took my Xbox into the other room because, you know, I got a Series X, and I made sure it came on. Thankfully, it came on, and thankfully, right? Then I had to go and check Shikizu. That's what I named my PC, to make sure that it still worked. It did not. It was not coming on. And I got to be honest with you, I was devastated. And if you've been following me on YouTube for this long, then you know I have been saying for months we was going to get a new PC. Y'all remember on the old laptop, all my videos were choppy and you know, distorted sometimes. It was inconsistent. Sometimes my videos was cool, other times my videos was choppy. We damn sure couldn't live stream on a consistent basis. So I kept saying that, hey, we're gonna get a new PC. We're gonna get a new PC. And everybody kept asking me, hey, when you getting that new PC? And finally, was it February? At the end of February, we finally got the new PC in. I spent just over $1,000 for it. And I was excited. Everything was running smooth. And so when I came home and this thing wasn't working, I was devastated. I'm gonna be honest with you. I almost quit YouTube. Because in my mind, I wasn't thinking rationally. I was just like, you know what I'm saying? If you live life like I did, shenanigans happen a whole lot. Like, and it's like unnecessary shenanigans. I have 2 surge protectors. I had I had everything on surge protectors. So it's not even a thing in my mind that any of these devices can be hit with an electrical surge or anything like that. I'm not thinking about it. So when it actually happens, and mind you, this happened while I wasn't at work. I mean, while I was at work. So for this to actually happen, it kind of blew me. It kind of defeated me. I ain't gonna lie, I almost quit YouTube because I thought it was the end. I was like, man, I don't have, because I live in a 2-bedroom apartment by myself. I live in Atlanta. The rent, y'all Northerners keep moving down here, running the rent up high. So I pay all the bills by myself, and I've been spending what money I could to invest into my channel. And so I didn't have another $1,000 to go and spend on another YouTube, but I mean not another PC. But it didn't even come to my mind that the PC might be under warranty, and sure enough, it was. And so they sent the power supply unit, and it came, I want to say, last Wednesday. And the reason why we didn't start right away when it came was because the living room is still out. So right now I had to go and get an extension cable so I could extend the electricity from my dining room into the living room so I could continue in this spot right here, because I could have done it in my old spot where I first started on YouTube, but the sound over there just isn't the best, and the lighting just is garbage, and so I didn't want to do that. So here we are, we're back, and I'm thankfully I didn't quit YouTube. So, and speaking of quitting, I want to tell y'all user 937 says your content is the truth, no cap, on TikTok. I really appreciate that, bro. Thank you for tuning in. Reach on YouTube says get a surge protector power strip. It is worth the money to get the backup battery pack version. Yeah, I have to look into that, but I definitely had multiple surge protectors. I had 2. So the Glenn chap says, "Was good, player? Blessings to you. Hey, I appreciate you for stopping by. I appreciate you for hitting the like button. And you're always welcome over here. Make sure you join in the Discord." Okay. So speaking of quitting, I want to tell a little story about quitting, because this is the thing that came to mind when I almost quit YouTube after my PC went down. Turtle emoji on TikTok says you're the GOAT. I don't believe I'm the GOAT, but I appreciate the words of encouragement, brother, because in this space you gotta be able to stand 10 toes down. But anyway, so let me tell y'all a story about quitting. So before now, I was a serial quitter. There's no bones about it, and I'll tell you where I got it from. I got it from my mother. Okay, my mother. I get my creative side from my mother, and I get my intelligence from my father's side of the family. So my mother is a great artist, right? And she's always creating these things that are beautiful, that are art worthy, that are worth being put in museums and stuff like that. And when I was younger, she used to make these vases, right? She used to make these vases where she put these colorful rocks on the inside and the plants, and then she put a betta fish in there. And friends and family used to always come over and they'd say the same thing. "Oh my God, it's so beautiful. I want one," this, that, and the third. And so my mom got the idea, to start making them and selling them. Unfortunately, she would go and she would try to sell them to people, go to the same people who said they wanted one. She would go over there, make it, spend gas, go into their house to show them what it is that she had, and they didn't buy them. And so me as a kid, I watched, the disappointment in my mother's face when she spent all this money to start this business and it didn't work. And my mother has tried to start multiple businesses. And as a kid, I thought, well, damn, you know what I'm saying? Black people say they want to support black businesses, but they don't want to, when it come down to it, they don't want to buy it. But at the end of the day, as an adult, I just realized my mother was just a quitter. And, you can't, like, everything's not going to go your way. And so, unfortunately, as a child, it rubbed off on me. So Here's a little thing about me. I used to be a star football player. My stepfather introduced me to football at 7 years old, and I was a star. And to make this story a little bit short, all throughout, uh, uh, you know, middle school and whatever, I was a star. And then my mom divorced my stepfather, and we became unstable, and so we had to move around. And so, uh, when I was in high school, I wasn't able to stay in a consistent weight program. I'm talking lifting weights, eating the right food, or any of that. And I went to 5 different high schools. So from freshman year, I was at Fayette County High School. I was a star. And then I started moving around to different schools. When I my senior year, I came back to the neighborhood that I went to middle school in, which was Lovejoy Middle School, and then I went to Lovejoy High School. And what ultimately happened here was I tried to get back on the football team after 2.5 years of not playing football. And what I noticed was all of the kids that used to be smaller than me or the same size as me were bigger than me now. I was still 145, maybe 50 pounds. They had all bulked up to like 160, 170, 180 pounds. I was out of football shape. So I had to get back into football shape. I went to camp. I did everything. It was the first time in my life that I had to stare at the football field and realize that I wasn't going to play. I was nowhere near close to playing. And so I'm gonna be honest with you. One day we was running these hardcore drills, and I was just like, why am I even here? I quit. Like, there's no other way to say it. I quit. And so let me see something, man, because this is awful. This is absolutely awful. This webcam is awful, bro. But anyway, so I quit. And my mom asked me, you ain't going back to football practice? I said, nope. She was like, okay. So from then on out my life, I quit on anything that didn't go, how I thought it would go. And I justified it by saying, you know what, I'm going to just cut my losses. But then there was a video game. And people say video games can't, affect you in positive ways. Yeah, they can. Dark Souls 3. I remember all of the hype about Dark Souls. And for those of you who don't know what Dark Souls is, Dark Souls 3 was coming out. And I just wanted to see what all the hype was about. Hold on. I wanted to see what all the hype was about. And uh-oh. Sorry about that. I wanted to see what all the hype was about. And so I went and got the game, $60. And look at this nonsense. This is the first boss in the damn tutorial. He's absolutely ridiculous. Now, this guy right here is probably going to kill him with no problem. But I quit on the game. I was like, no, there's no reason for a game to be this damn difficult in the tutorial. A couple years later, they show, look at this nonsense. Look at this nonsense. He got tossed. Why would you do that in the tutorial? Why would you put this kind of boss in the tutorial? It's ridiculous. So anyway, no video on YouTube. Uh-oh, I'm sorry. I keep forgetting I'm trying to balance TikTok and hold on. I can't tell if I don't have my second monitor, y'all, so y'all gotta. Okay, there we go. Oh wait. Sorry about this. I don't know what the fuck is going on. What the hell? Okay. Why is it so? I know what this is. Hold on, y'all. I know what's going on. Makes me talk about keep changes. All right, sorry about that. Okay, so yeah, so I quit on the game. A couple years later, they announced Ghost of Tsushima and Sekiro. Now, the easiest way to get me invested in anything is to put Japanese lore in it, Japanese culture and lore in it. We're talking samurais, those, I forgot the name of the demons or whatever the case may be, stuff like that. So I knew that I was going to play Sekiro, and I bought Sekiro when it dropped. Neither did I know that it was made by the same people that made Dark Souls. That game was wrecking me. I'm talking about I never even got to the first boss. Just the minions were literally beating me, they were pummeling me, bending me over backwards, no Vaseline, straight pounded me from the back. I stood no chance, and I quit on the game again until I decided, you know what? Nah. I spent $60 on this game. I'm gonna play it. So you know what I did? I went and looked for help. Shout out to Fighting Cowboy. I would not have gotten through this game without him. And I finished the game. With his help, looking at some of his tips and whatnot. And I know a lot of people are going to say, oh no, you're not a real gamer. You know what I'm saying? You looked at guides and this, that, and the third. And I'm going to say, you know what? Fuck you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because it's some people, oh my God, what's going on here, TikTok? What is going on here? TikTok, you're screwing me. I can't make it no smaller than that? There's no way. I'm gonna have to figure out TikTok later. Okay, so yeah. So I finished it. And then I went back and finished Dark Souls with no help at all. Well, I might have gotten a few tips on where to get a sword or something like that. But I finished it. And from that point on, I've always finished what I've started. There's no need to look. There's no need. From then on, I've always finished what I've started. All because Sekiro. So, when they try to convince you that video games can't help you in certain ways, it can. It helped me. I cured my quitting disease playing Sekiro. I finish it. I finish everything now, whether it's a game, whether it's you. So that's what I thought about when I thought about quitting YouTube. So I just wanted to share that story with y'all. But anyway, we're going to get into the news. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to Hans. Shout out to Honey. Honey says, welcome back. You were great on Saturday Night Hypnosis. I appreciate it. Shout out to Hypnotic. I appreciate him for having me. Guys, I'm also working on GEEK. We're probably going to get GEEK going tomorrow. All right. Let's go ahead. So we're going to start off with Super Mario Brothers. Because it's new news. It's not new news, but it's not new news. But everybody knows Super Mario Brothers has dominated at the box office. Wait, Hans is back? I don't see Hans in the chat. Did I say his name? Did I say his name on accident? I don't see Hans. Let me check on TikTok. All right. All right, let's get it. So Super Mario Brothers is moving towards a billion. It's going to make a billion. Super Mario Brothers has powered to 871 million at the global box office as the animated family film barrels closer and closer to the coveted 1 billion mark. In the next week or so, it'll be the first 2023 release to join the $1 billion club. Over the weekend, the movie once again captured the top spot at the domestic and international box office with 58 million and 70 million respectively. So far, Mario has generated 434.33 million in North America and 437.5 million overseas. With those ticket sales, the all-audience Super Mario Brothers movie stands as the biggest film of the year at the global, domestic, international box office. You don't get no better than that, right? Well, I guess Avatar did a little bit better. But 58 million in its third week, ladies and gentlemen. What was Ant-Man doing in its third week? Not a goddamn thing. Not a goddamn thing. I'm gonna have to get more organized with. I'm gonna have to go and get another display cable, HDMI display cable, because this is so unorganized. ARC says Hypnotic is the GOAT. Heck, he says once I get a channel, he'll help me out. Even let me on Saturday night hypnosis or hypnocast. That's why he's my favorite. Well tied, at least with my are you saying boyfriend or best friend? Because I always assumed you were a guy, and if you're gay, that's fine. I don't know. I just, if you're saying boyfriend, let me know so I can, because I don't want to like misgender anybody or miss. Can you is it if you call somebody gay that's not gay, is that considered like missexualizing someone? I don't know. It's boyfriend. So okay, so are you so ARC says boyfriend. So are you a guy and it's your boyfriend, or oh, you're a girl? Did not know that. Wow, the more you know. But I mean, not that it matters or anything like that, but I just wanted to make sure. I recently was playing Xbox with a guy who sounds really close to a girl. And like I've been playing with him for weeks. And then like the other day, another friend of mine came in and I thought, damn, like what if he assumes this is a girl and it's not a girl? So I kind of was like, yeah, so by the way, are you like a girl? And he's like, no, I'm a guy. And I was like, oh. But anyway, so yeah. Super Mario Brothers made 58 million at the domestic. So it brought in another $100 million in its third week. That's more. That's more than what Dungeons and Dragons brought in its debut week. Again, they're blowing away all type of narratives. And I just want to, preface this by saying, like, they're already planning on I forgot there was a quote. See if I can find it. Oh, we'll get into this guy in just a second. Where's the quote? Absolutely. Come on. You get out of here. We'll get to that guy in a second. I'm trying to find a quote. Was it on Twitter? Okay. That's what it was. So I'm not gonna try to pronounce his name because Lord have mercy. Uh, Mr. Miyamoto told wow, these names. Mr. Miyamoto told, yeah, we just gonna say Shimbun, said there is no doubt more Nintendo movies are coming. Awesome. That's great. There's listen, when you look at the Super Mario movie, so when you make a movie and they probably anticipated, okay, we spent $100 million on it, right? Because I want y'all to keep in mind there was only $100 million budget. I know we used to the Marvel movies costing 200, and so we assume that everybody's spending 200 million on their movies, but they're really not. The Mario movie only cost $100 million to make. So they were probably anticipating we'll probably make about 400. We'll be lucky to get 500 at the box office. So when you drop the movie, you turn around and take a nap, you wake up, somebody says, you're like, what the fuck you slapped me for? We finna make $1 billion at the box office. You're like, okay, get Samus. We need Metroid Prime. We need Donkey Kong. We need Kirby. We need Zelda. We need all of it. We need all of it. I know they over there scrambling. That's why if I'm Nintendo, I'm on the phone with Illumination right now, Illumination and Universal Studios, and I'm telling y'all, listen, I don't know what y'all had planned for the next 10 years, but you need to cancel all that shit right now. You need to cancel all of it. You need to cancel it right now. We're gonna ignore that. Make sure y'all hitting the like button. Listen, let me get into these comments, man. Let me get into these comments. Let's see what TikTok talking about. Okay, TikTok pretty much dead. Let's see what they're talking about on let's see. Whew. Honey says I was called a 12-year-old boy on Xbox. Reed says I am shocked you're not. He says kidding, but how often is computer tech not a 12-year-old boy? Uh-oh. ARC says it's all good. My name and profile picture don't really show that I'm a girl. On the channel, I have a voice changer and do something similar to Hypnotic. I even have an avatar drawn out. Okay. Let me know when you make it, because I'll subscribe. Honey says, can you share your avatar in the Discord server? I'd like to see it. I don't think ARC's in the Discord server. At least not yet. She says, don't worry. People think I look 12. I'm 23. But hey, at least Hypnotic said I look 19. Closest someone ever gave me. I wonder. Think of Honey says, so awesome. I can't wait to see the Japanese box office numbers. Yep, that too. Honey, the link is expired. Both at least. Honey's gonna post it. Let me see. Does that work? Okay. I feel like every time I get on stream, my nose starts running. I don't know what the I don't know what to say about that. Every time I get on stream, my nose starts running. It's ridiculous. Okay. Now, get a load of this guy. Remember this guy. I'm not sure we went over it on my channel, but this is the original actor, John Leguizamo, addresses his potential return in an animated sequel after slamming the cast of the new movie. I'm sorry, guys. Hold on. I'm sorry, I can't. We got the original actor. I do not have. Be right back. Hold on. I know it's supposed to say "be right back," honey. Don't you say nothing. Hold on.
What makes you think that I'm an answer if you ain't mine? Even if you call me up 100 times, cause you know I go crazy for mine. And there's just something that you ain't like, cause I go crazy.
Let's go.
Crazy, I go crazy.
Oh. Hey.
Crazy for mine, and I'll go crazy.
Sorry about that. Okay. Where were we? Where were we? It's not supposed to show that. Not supposed to show that either. Okay. So this guy, this guy, so originally he was saying he wanted nothing to do with this Super Mario Brothers movie because it wasn't diverse enough. I won't watch it. I won't participate. I won't promote it. After stirring up headlines for criticizing the new film's cast, John Leguizamo addresses the idea of his return for a Super Mario Brothers movie. Leguizamo, who starred in the first adaptation of the Nintendo platformer video game as Luigi, recently took to sharing his frustrations with the cast of the animated Super Mario Brothers movie. Disappointed by the primarily white actors behind the characters after directors Rocky Morton and Annabelle Janko championed for the Latin actor to play the Italian character. While recently speaking with IndieWire, Leguizamo was asked about his recent comments slamming the lack of diversity in the Super Mario Brothers movie. When further asked about whether he'd return to the franchise for a sequel to the animated film, the live-action movie stars acknowledged his interest, though had one caveat for doing so. He said, if they start to do the right thing and add more inclusivity, I'd consider it. First off, sir, let's just address the facts. I don't know if you're aware of this. I don't know. Maybe you're not. But ain't nobody asking you to come back and do this movie. Ain't nobody checking for it. Ain't nobody looking for you to buy. Nobody asking for you. Ain't nobody said, man, this movie would be really good if John Leguizamo was in it. It's just the facts. And you doing all this diversity and inclusion. Notice how good. And I hope that Nintendo sees this. I hope that Universal sees this. Notice how well the movie performed without the emphasis being on diversity. $1 billion franchise, and nobody said nothing about diversity. Now, I'm not saying don't hire different colored people or different, sexual orientation of people to do it. I'm just saying it's not that important. It's not. Sorry to hurt your little feelings, but it's not that important. So, now what you shouldn't do, actually, Universal, y'all should do this because I would have fun. If you casted a black person to voice Diddy Kong, I would fucking die. I would die laughing, bro. I would die laughing. But yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. Okay, we'll move on. Ooh, what should we go to next? What should we go to next, guys? Let's see. Let's go ahead. Let's take a look at Bud Light because aside from Saturday Night Hypnosis, I did not get to speak much on Bud Light in the previous weeks because obviously I was down. Man, I really got to get this camera angle better. Because this is not the way. ARC, I've seen it. I've seen it 3 times already. Amazing movie. Honey says the voice cast is very diverse. Kevin Michael was in it, and Keegan Michael. I don't know what it is. Reed just saying Ligmazzano. Oh, Ligmazzano. Okay, I'm sorry. Some amazing veteran voice actors too, and they were black. John Ligmazzano. Okay, I got you, Reach. Honey says Fred Armisen, I think is Latin or mixed. Honey says she saw it Sunday and she had so much fun. I like it a lot. Yeah, it was an amazing movie, especially if you on shrooms. Okay. Let's get to it. So Bud Light, Bud Light's.
Competing for shoppers' attention
The fuck is this?
is a challenge.
Stop. Okay. Bud Light's VP of marketing takes leave of absence in the wake of Dylan Mulvaney backlash. Now, again, we touched on this on Saturday Night Hypnosis, but I kind of let others, because y'all know I could talk, so I didn't want to take up all of the spotlight. But this is what happens when you don't have real men in the industry to protect women. I say this about the video game industry all the time, about the entertainment industry, but it's in corporate America too. Because no way should anybody at Bud Light let this woman get away with doing what she did. It should have been shot down the moment she brought it up. ARC says Hypnotic is a bit skeptical last I remember because of the trailer and Peach being a girl boss and whatnot. I was too when I heard about that, but I don't think she was a girl boss at all. I thought she was really dope. Honey says Fred voices Cranky Kong. Interesting. But yeah, though. So let's read into this. Anheuser-Busch is rearranging the management of its Bud Light brand following a boycott by conservative drinkers. Bud Light marketing vice president Alyssa Heinerscheid is taking a leave of absence and is being replaced by Budweiser global marketing vice president Todd Allen. Notice what they did there. They took her out and replaced her with a man who's going to be able to handle more pressure. Because listen, women are very delicate creatures. They can handle a lot. But you talking about the entire world coming down roasting you? Because it wasn't just people roasting her decision. People were roasting her looks too. Imagine, I don't know if she has kids, but imagine seeing your mom getting roasted. People online talking about, oh, this horse-faced piece of that's not something that a woman should have to deal with. But such is life we live in, where everything is on the internet and women want to be in these high ranking positions. That's the nature of the beast. There's going to be a time where if I'm lucky, I'll get big enough to where I'm going to go viral for the wrong reasons and people are going to be roasting the hell out of me. But I can handle it. Speaking of, I'm going to get to it in a second. I get a lot of criticism for my shorts. I'll get to that in a second. The company also hired 2 consultants with experience in Washington, DC's conservative circles to advise the brand going forward. Let me say that again. The company has hired 2 consultants with experience in Washington, D.C.'s conservative circles to advise the brand moving forward. What have I told y'all over and over again? It's not so much that the companies have agendas, it's that they're hiring people out of college who are convincing them that this is the way that the culture is moving. And they were wrong. Okay. Had to fix that. But they were wrong. They were absolutely positively wrong. They thought that the world would follow behind them in this woke agenda. And they were wrong. And these people at the top of these companies were thinking, well, we got to get with the times. The young cats are telling us to get with the times. Wrong. Origin advocacy consultants Sean McLean and Emily Lynch have been have been brought on to advise general policy regarding the alcohol beverage industry, according to lobbyist disclosure reports filed to the U.S. Senate on April 1st. McLean is a veteran of former President Donald Trump's administration. He also served on the legislative staff of Texas Senator Ted Cruz. Lynch has previously held policy staff positions under Republican Rep. Virginia Fox and former, because that's your demographic. As I said on Saturday Night Hypnosis, it ain't too many niggas drinking Bud Light. I'm sorry. And for the black dudes that's drinking Bud Lights, I don't even know if they recognize that they black sometimes. They out there hunting shit that they ain't got no business hunting. It's one thing you out there hunting squirrels. Why are you coming back with a dragon on your back? Let white people have their sport, man. You know black people don't belong out there hunting that shit. You drunk as hell on 16 Bud Lights out there with this damn 1939 looking rifle hunting rhinoceroses and shit. What the hell is you hunting a rhino for? The hell are we hunting rhinos for? Leave the white people sports to them. Only white people go and hunt bears and shit and come back alive. Why your black ass out there hunting goddamn giant coyotes and rabid foxes and stuff? You better leave that stuff alone. Yeah, we run fast, but not that damn fast. You ever seen? I seen a gator run for the first time one time. That thing was moving like a roach, but bigger. Like, what the hell? So yeah, man. Unfortunately, Miss Alyssa, she, you know, I'll stop short of saying she got what she deserved. She didn't deserve to get what she got. But the simple fact of the matter is, this is the nature of the beast. You took a leap of faith and you were wrong, and now it is what it is. You know. All right, let's move on, guys. Make sure you're hitting the like button. we had 9 likes. Let's see if we can get to 10 likes on YouTube. See what's going on with TikTok. I gotta get the TikTok people more involved. I gotta create a trailer. That's what I gotta do. I gotta create a trailer. All right, where we at with it? Okay. Cleopatra. Queen Cleopatra. We talked about this on Saturday Night Hypnosis. Yes, I know. Yeah, we did. But again, I took more of a back seat because there's a lot of people on the panel, and you know, you don't want to take over the panel. So as y'all know, legal representation for Egypt is suing Netflix. Lost my train of thought. It's suing Netflix for misrepresenting Cleopatra. The director's response: we can be certain she wasn't white like Elizabeth Taylor. You can't make this shit up. Pure hubris, pure arrogance, narcissism. Narcissism. African queens, African Queens, Queen Cleopatra. Director Tina Garavi is addressing the casting of biracial black actress Adele James as the titular Greek Egyptian ruler. The trailer for Netflix docuseries Queen Cleopatra caused a stir and led to allegations that the streamer was blackwashing the heritage of Queen Cleopatra the Seventh. Egyptian scholars claim that Cleopatra was born in Egyptian city Alexandria in 69 BC. Was born of European descent and not black. Historians have confirmed that Cleopatra was Macedonian Greek on her father, I don't know how to say that, side, but her mother's ethnic origin is unknown. Egyptian lawyer, I will just, Mahmoud Al-Samiri filed a complaint with the nation's public prosecutor to request that Netflix be blocked in Egypt due to the promotion of Afrocentric thinking, including slogans and writings aimed at distorting and erasing the Egyptian identity. 2 petitions to cancel Netflix's Queen Cleopatra circulated with more than 88,000 signatures combined. Queen Cleopatra, the director, spoke out on the political backlash to the series, cited Elizabeth Taylor's iconic portrayal of the ancient queen in 1963 epic Cleopatra, which made history as one of the most expensive films ever made at the time, as direct influence to helming Queen Cleopatra. I remember as a kid seeing Elizabeth Taylor play Cleopatra. I was captivated, but even then, I felt the image was not right. Was her skin really that white? That's a bar. I felt something was not right. Is her skin really that white? How did American women become so arrogant and narcissistic? Even when somebody black, like Ryan Coogler, made Black Panther, he went to Africa to collaborate with people in Africa and asked to make sure that he portrayed them on screen correctly. And this woman thought that she was going to get away with doing this without, because there ain't no way she went to Egypt to get a better understanding. Because ain't no way they would have told her, oh yeah, that's cool. This is black nationalism. They always love talking about white nationalism, but it's black nationalism. The only difference is black nationalism is celebrated and allowed in Hollywood. It's these people, they're coming up with a bunch of bullshit because they're not proud of their own history, and so they gotta make it up. I'ma steal your characters. Hey, listen. They had no idea that Egypt was going to push back like this. They had no idea. They thought, oh yeah, of course white people are going to say something, but we can just dismiss all of them as being racist. But now Egypt is speaking up. Now you're looking stupid. I don't know what's going to come of this. How you gonna try to rewrite somebody else's history? It's not your story to tell unless you're gonna tell it through their eyes, and they don't, bro. We can be sure she wasn't. We can be certain she wasn't white like Elizabeth Taylor. Based on what? What about all of the images and art displayed over thousands of years in their culture? This is embarrassing. And it's disgusting, honestly. Let me catch myself. We got one more story to go. We're running a little bit over. Might I remind you guys to make sure you're liking the video. Can we get one more like, ladies and gentlemen? One more. Let's see what we got. Reed says, Honey says, what's wrong with your shorts? So, okay. So let me, so I get a lot of criticism for my shorts, right? Most recently, my short where I was reacting to Matt Walsh's debate with a transgender person. I did a reaction video to that. And I kind of reminded people to like the video. And then a lot of people were saying, oh, you begging for likes. You didn't even add anything to the video. Well, I need y'all to understand something. YouTube requires us to do these shorts. As you can see, I make long form content. YouTube only allows for 60 seconds in a short. There's not much context I can get in 60 seconds. So as creators, we often come up with creative ways to do shorts. And I got to get back on my shorts game. I'm trying to do 2 a day. We'll do that tomorrow. But goddamn it. Listen, and shorts take, I'm not excited about doing shorts, but goddamn it. Listen, we do what we got to do. I'm not putting a bunch of effort into shorts. I'm not. And so it just so happened that whenever I do reaction videos in my shorts, they perform the best. And I'm not breaking any copyright laws. As long as I'm not doing anything like that, I'm good. I'm good. So listen, if you want to roast my YouTube shorts, fine. Do that. I'm just doing what we coach to do, which is to remind people to like the video. And that's it. It's my long form content you should be watching anyway. Okay. So that's how that goes, honey. Let's see. Reed says we're tired of people wanting to disrespect women. Absolutely. Good on them. I could not believe they did that. Right, because it's just pure hubris. ARC says, I know I would struggle to be heard on Saturday night hypnosis. I have a very soft voice. Unless I get passionate about a topic, I'm quiet. Seriously, when we had family game night, everyone had to be quiet to hear me. So the thing about that, ARC, is when you come into the space, the best thing you can do is surround you. When you're a soft-spoken woman, which is a feminine woman, you have to use your power of femininity to recruit men to do the talking for you, and to move people so your voice can be heard, right? Because we understand, like, you're not a man, and men, there's a lot of dick waving, and a lot of dick measuring when it comes to spaces that's mostly subscribe to men, you know what I'm saying? Try not to cut each other off, but then cutting each other off, and this, that, and the third. You got to humble yourself a lot. So when it comes to a soft-spoken woman like you, there has to be men in the room that are willing to say, hey, let ARC speak. We want to hear what ARC has to say. You know what I'm saying? But there also is a degree of, yes, having to speak up for yourself. So you have to balance that. You have to... I know Jane Theory. I don't know if you're familiar with Jane Theory. She collaborates with Hills versus Babyface a lot. You know what I'm saying? And he gives her room to talk or whatever the case may be. But like, people want to hear your voice. People want to hear what you have to say. And especially when it comes to really masculine men, if you were on Saturday Night Hypnosis and you're trying to speak and a more masculine woman is trying to cut you off, I think the men in the room would say, hey, let her speak. She hasn't been able to speak. And if a man tries to cut you off, they most definitely say, hey, yo, we're going to hear what your opinion is in a moment, but we want to hear from ARC because she hasn't had a chance to speak. So, but you also have to be willing to say, hey, you know, allow me to speak. So it's a combination of both. But when you are a soft-spoken woman, you're more likely to get more protection. Reed says Elizabeth Taylor was a bad actress to play her. I agree, but there are lots of women in Hollywood that could play that part perfectly. Yeah, I can take one away and give it back. What's up with you and taking likes away? ARC says gave it a like from both of my accounts. I appreciate that. I see we got to 11 likes. I appreciate you guys. ARC says, oh, that's cheating. I don't know. I did it on Hypnotic stream. Like, I think the first 2 times I came on when he was trying to get to 100 likes, I went on my accounts and dropped multiple likes. I know Hypnotic would help out in that. Yeah, I believe Hypnotic would help you as well. So anyway, let's get into our last story. We're running over a little bit, but it's all good. That's why I did it. That's why I did 7:30, because y'all know I got to leave for work at 9 o'clock. But that's why I did 7:30 instead of 8 o'clock to give us time just in case we ran over. This has been a successful stream. Oh, let me check up on TikTok, make sure I ain't missing nobody on TikTok. Yep, TikTok's still pretty dead.
When you choose Comcast Business Internet,
Will you stop?
choose the
Will you
largest
stop?
fa-
Blah, 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 blah. All right, so we got an update on Jonathan Majors. So apparently more women have come out and accused him of abuse. This comes from TMZ. Alleged domestic violence victim partying in club and new video on the night of the alleged incident. We know Jonathan Majors, alleged DV victim, was out partying after the incident in question, but now there's a video that appears to support Majors' team claims that she was just fine. TMZ has obtained security footage that was referenced in a filing last week by his legal team where they submitted still images that they argue prove their case, namely that this woman was not assaulted at all, not assaulted by Majors at all, and that this whole thing is a false witch hunt. That's been their argument from the beginning, and the new video does seem to firm up that point of view, at least on its face anyway. So you mean to tell me that this woman was allegedly assaulted by Jonathan Majors? Mind you, Jonathan Majors is 5'11", almost 6 foot, swole as all outdoors. I mean, he can lift 225 with his nose alone. I know y'all seen that nose. Let's take a look at that nose. Let's take a look at that nose. I mean, you can't make this shit up. Look at that nose. Look at that nose. It's huge. Oh, come on. But dude is ripped. And she allegedly got assaulted by him. And they say she went to the hospital and they found bruises and wounds consistent with an assault. And she was out partying in the club 10 minutes later? Come on, man. I mean, what are we doing? And this is why I said I was talking in the group chat with Saturday Night Hypnosis, and I know a lot of people didn't want to wager in. I kind of went on a rant. And I said that I was disappointed in some of the people in our space over here at YouTube because I feel like a lot of people jumped on this gun really quick to kind of, I don't know, I guess chase the clicks or whatever the case may be. But I thought we learned from the Johnny Depp situation and many others that, man, these hoes be lying, man. I hate to say it like that, but they be lying. The most disappointing thing to me was when people were saying that, you know, when the girl was recanting her story, oh, she was paid off. So you mean to tell me, I'm Jonathan, let's play this out. I'm Jonathan Majors. I'm the biggest, one of the biggest mega stars on the planet right now, up there with Michael B. Jordan, Leonardo DiCaprio, Henry Cavill. I mean, just imagine a Jonathan Majors movie with Henry Cavill in it. Woo! I mean, you big, and you're gonna assault your white girlfriend, because we all know the tension in the room when you're black and you have a white girl, or when you're a white woman and you're with a black dude. I've heard white women tell me stories that white men will not date them if they learn that she dated a black man in the past. So it's tension on both sides. It's tension on both sides. But then black people will tell you they can't be racist. But whatever, that's not this conversation. You gonna go and assault your white girlfriend in front of a taxi driver, then call the police yourself and say, yeah, come get her. Act surprised when they come and lock you up, and then you get there and you get on the phone and say, man, send her some money to tell her to shut up. What? Come on. Now, as far as these other women that's coming out, I don't know. I haven't read up on that, but we'll talk about that later. But this is wild, ladies and gentlemen. This is wild. This is absolutely ridiculous. Now, I'm not saying he's innocent. I don't know. I'm just telling you, I'm sick and tired of these non-clear cut cases. There's never any footage of the woman getting beat. And then I want to hold him personally accountable, because when you are a celebrity, especially a man, I don't understand why you even deal with these women with no what's it called? NDAs. Why are you getting an any altercation with any woman without pulling out your phone and recording her? I'm not doing none of that. I'm not even big on YouTube yet, and I won't be doing that. I'm not finna argue with no female, not in my house, not on the street, not in Walmart, nothing. I'm pulling out my phone. She started going off and acting like she want to do something. Pretend this is my phone. You said you was gonna do what? Yeah, you looking crazy right now. Because when you pull out that phone, all of a sudden they start, and then, you know, all of a sudden they start acting like they got some home training again. And then let her do something stupid like smack the phone out of my hand. I'm gonna go, don't at me. Oh yeah, you going to jail now. Y'all remember the bus driver uppercut? Oh my Lord. I don't know. I hope I don't get a strike for playing this, but I got to play it for y'all. I got to play it. You going to jail now. Man, this mess was funny. This mess was fun. Hold on, because I gotta. You going to jail now. You want to act like a man, beat you like a man. You want to act like a man, beat you like a man. That's what I be fucking dead. Hold on, y'all. Gotta. You want to argue? That right, honey. You want to argue? I ain't finna argue with you. I'm happy. Got to put my headphones in, y'all. I just want some money. A lot of money. All right, here we go. Here we go. Let's see. Play this for y'all. This was funny. This was international news. Hold on, let me make sure y'all can hear it, cause I hate to play it. And okay, desktop audio is good. Okay.
Girl, key on the bus at the zoo. You and your bitch.
I'll bring my daughter up in and whoop your. I'll bring my granddaughter up in.
Okay, well bring them, nigga. Bring your mammy up here, bitch, and I'll beat her ass too.
Oh shit.
Nigga, our dog got home too, nigga.
Look like somebody done slice your face up.
Oh, you motherfucker.
Your face up. Bitch, somebody.
You
going to jail now?
What? Now she put her hands on him first.
Your face up. Bitch, somebody. You going to jail now?
Okay, what's
You
up,
going to jail now?
Let's go, nigga.
You going to jail?
No. Hold on, one more time.
You going to jail now?
Okay, what's
You
up,
going to jail now?
Let's go, nigga.
You going to jail?
Lord have mercy, he didn't have to do it like that. Lord. So that's what I'm saying. Keep your hands to yourself. Keep your hands to yourself, ladies and gentlemen. Keep your hands to yourself. So, I don't know what's going to happen with Jonathan Majors. I hate to make a prediction. My gut tells me that he's innocent. But my gut also told me that Tory Lanez was innocent. And he was still found guilty. And I still think that's one of the most bullshit verdicts that I've ever seen in my life. So, there you go. All right, let me get into these comments before we come off. Reed says that's racist. He's talking about when I was talking about his nose. The Quiet situation comes to mind. Sad he was accused of such awful things. I'm not familiar with that. I think I remember. Honey says, I think I remember that. I used to watch Quiet. Honey says, ARC says, I watched him on and off. I had to remind myself, don't jump the gun, especially since it happened after the Cyrus situation. Reed says, a few of my old ladies were in a biracial relationship, nothing bad about it. I dated a black girl once, could not deal with the attitude. A lot of people say that. A lot of people say that. And Honey says, I can't argue with it. She want to argue. Right. So keep your hands to yourself. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes today's episode of sorry, TikTok. Sorry. Dawn Michelle says LOL and says, oh my God, I think she's reacting to the the bus driver uppercut. Far be it from me. Please don't strike me down, YouTube. But yeah though. So listen. Ooh. Okay. Make sure I ain't missing out on Twitch. You know, it's hard to keep up with all these chat. It's ridiculous. But anyway, so I'm working on trying to get Deja back on Friday. I think she's gonna come on Friday, and so we'll do a show. I don't think it'll be live though. So what I'm thinking we'll do is we'll record the show and then have it released on Saturday. So eventually when we get the audio and stuff right, we'll get Deja and bring her in. I know y'all liked her when she came on for the Sneak and Geek special, and so I'm trying to get her back in on Friday. When we get the audio and stuff good and we're comfortable with doing it live, we will do it live. All right. So I appreciate you guys. Make sure you're liking the video on the way out. Make sure that you're following me on Rumble, guys. I don't know yet, honey. I'll come up. I'll have topics from the week that we'll do with her. But guys, make sure you're supporting your favorite content creators. I don't know if you realize, but Matt Walsh has been demonetized. Tim Cass got a strike. The Quartering got a strike. All for covering the Bud Light stuff with Dylan Mulvaney. they are protecting Dylan Mulvaney. You have to support your favorite content creators wherever they go. Rumble, Kick, whatever, locals, whatever. You have to. It's imperative because otherwise it won't be long before they just stop. You know, your favorite content creators will be just banned. So make sure you guys are following me on Rumble. Follow me on Twitter, follow me on Instagram, and you know, we out. We out. I appreciate y'all. We'll be back same time tomorrow, 7:30 Eastern Time PM. And deuces.